We have put forward measures here today that we believe are going to enable us to support Canadians and also to support Canadian businesses. So we think that that is the way we should be moving ourselves forward. We have put forward measures that will, in fact, provide every Canadian who is finding himself or herself away from work because of sickness, quarantine, supporting one of their elderly parents, supporting one of their children who might be away from school due to sickness or just because they're away from school. Our measure would ensure that every Canadian who is off work for any reason that is meaning that they are not going to be able to have the income that they previously had, and they had income the year before, will be able to get a wage subsidy for them. And that, of course, will be very important in allowing them to deal with the challenge that they're facing. So this is not only providing the employee with support, but it's ensuring that the firm that they work for is able to have the kind of support through those funds. That we see as critically important, and that will allow those firms to have the people off work that need to be off work and the ones that are at work, not at work. With respect to anything to do with the Bank of Canada, I think it's important to note that the Bank of Canada is independent of government and will remain so under this government.
We were prepared to quickly pass the measures that the Prime Minister had announced to date. What we were not prepared for was the government's attempted undemocratic power grab. Now, the Liberals shamefully tried to use a public health crisis to give themselves the powers to raise taxes, debt and spending without parliamentary oversight. But after hours of negotiation, the government now has backed down from that position, and Conservatives have secured the following concessions. We demanded that the government remove the section that would have allowed them to raise taxes without parliamentary approval, and they have agreed. We demanded that the government walk back their unlimited spending powers and that special warrants expire on June 23rd, 2020 instead of September 30th, 2020, and they agreed. We demanded that the government include explicit reference to putting taxpayers' rights first, and they agreed. So Conservatives are focused on putting forward constructive solutions to ensure that no one falls through the cracks. We will also continue to ask questions on behalf of Canadians and ensure that the government's response includes clear timelines so that Canadians know when they can expect to start receiving support.